try to get in this tree. I'm in the butterfly tour.
Yeah.
The butterfly something trail. I was just walking around and I came across this. Like, let's try to stream again. One more shot. The internet has been horrible to me. Yeah, it's really cool. It is. Alrighty, guys, let's go try to get back to the room and get some dinner. That's a light show.
Much like a moth a butterfly transforms to the caterpillar for chrysalis, then into an adult butterfly. The metamorphosis machine beats the butterfly once it's hatched, but sometimes the chrysalis needs help hatching.
This is Tottenham Court Road Station. A lot of us, we're in central London. A lot of central London has a lot of modern buildings. It's a mix. Like, yeah, a lot of this stuff. So, a lot of central London must have had a lot of bombs. Tottenham leads that. They're leading the Premier League without Henry Kane. That's pretty amazing. Why would he leave? Anyways, I guess that's where he's from. Okay, I gotta catch the. I guess I'm gonna catch the subway. Looks like it's working for the moment. The internet. Looks like the internet's working. Hey, what's up, Real Rose? Should I? Yeah, it's bad. This is rough weather. It's windy, cold, colder than it was, and wet. This is getting pretty rough. Should I tough it out and walk it, or just take the tubes right here? It's a long walk. I didn't bring my fleece though. If I had the fleece, I'd be a little better. Yeah, to those English men who I said England doesn't get cold, I guess I correct myself. Fat passes. Walk through the storm. But it's not any better in America. It's like snowing crazy there, so this is this time of year. Real Rose just got over a 3-day cold. Yeah, he's saying don't get a cold. Feel that wind. When you see that wind kicking in, it means a storm's coming. You can get like pouring rain, wind, and cold soon. I don't know if I don't want to walk in that. Maybe I should get in the subway. I was thinking it might be fun to do it, but Maybe I thought wrong. Maybe I'll catch a bus. No, let's see how far it is to walk here. Not that bad. I can do 4 miles in an hour and a half. Let's try to walk it. Let's try to walk it. How we doing on power here? We gotta get used to bad weather conditions. Hey, what's up, Larry? Ireland, pretty soon. Ireland's coming up soon. Not gonna stay there long because it's very expensive. If I was camping, hiking, I would stay for a while, but not this time of year. And not with my equipment. If I'm gonna walk though, I do need to take a break somewhere and get a snack or something. So I'm saving my appetite for have a nice meal. I'm actually gonna walk to, not to my hostel, but I'm gonna walk to a nice place to eat. It's either gonna be a British pub that has very high-end food or an Austrian restaurant. One of the two. I've not yet decided which. I don't know what's on the menu of the Tyrolean, but the British food pub, if I looked at their menu, it looks really good. So either one would be really good. Maybe the British would be better for Sunday. Hey, here's Hare Krishna. We could follow the Hare Krishna around. But they're going the wrong direction. That guy's got to be cold. Now, what is Hare Krishna? I don't know what that is. I saw them in Pattaya a couple times, walking down Sleepy Cow. It's like, is that some kind of like new made up religion or something? Yeah, it's I don't know what it is. The weather is supposed to clear out today, I'm thinking, or tomorrow. I'm thinking of doing like a full day of eating stream. We'll go to the East End. We got the jellied eels to eat. We got the bagels, London bagels. Maybe a few other things. We'll do a day of eating. is going to be a good long walk. Probably change my mind to get out in the subway, I suppose. Internet Monster says, looks beautiful. Wish you were here instead of Thailand. Yeah. Jonathan Norris says, I think it was supposed to be unlimited. I hope they don't throttle me. I might have to go pay them a visit. EE, one of their stores. I think it's just because of the weather. Like, it's working now pretty good. It was just earlier, it wasn't good. I don't really want to meet anybody too much today. I'm gonna go get a nice hot meal and then relax and read a book or something tonight. Take it easy. I had a decent day. It's a good day. But yeah, in this weather, just gonna cozy up, read a book after a nice meal. Hey, we got a camera shop. Look at this. I think it's the first camera shop I've seen. I've been looking for them, but it's pretty, a lot of high-end stuff. Let's see here. Sony, Canon, Nikon, Fuji. It's the first camera shop I've seen. They didn't have a Micro Four Thirds. What's up with that? No Panasonic or Olympus. Not really. I got like all the camera gear, and I gotta sell a lot of it. But what I'm looking for is actually like weird stuff. So, those shops don't do anything. Right? Looking for like just the old used cameras from like 10 years ago. Nobody wants or buys. Just like weird random crap. They look fine on eBay. Like $30 or something. That's only need that if I switch back to vlogging. But I got everything I need camera wise. It's got like the best stabilization ever. Panasonic. Depending how the sales go when I get to Japan, I could buy it there if I choose to switch it out. But I'll be selling like all my other cameras. I got 4 cameras, so I just sell all the rest and get that or something. I'm not sure if I need to do that. G-Sops, just Sops. Yeah, this is all of central London is fairly touristy. There's a lot of tourism going on. Hey, there's Uniqlo. I could stop and get some underwear. Yeah. A lot of people too are going to and from work. A lot of that as well. It is center of the city. Be picking it in my pockets. I saw Jonathan North. He was Beyond Brian and Safety Box, or is it Safety Box or Spicy Roads? Two Texans, and Beyond Brian's wife, Filipino wife. I feel like I'm getting to know London, at least the central part, a bit. I'm getting to know it somewhat. I'm getting to know, starting to see, we're seeing a fair bit of the city. Now we need to go to the East End. Maybe tomorrow we'll see that. There I can catch the subway and head right back to my house still, or walk for the next hour in the cold, plus hours, hour and a half. This guy's filming too. He's got a gimbal. He's got the gimbal that I don't have. That I should have. I don't know what I'm doing walking. I should be taking that subway. The dedication of streaming. That's what it is. I just was my worst nightmare. Not a fan of crowds. Crowds don't bother me, but we're petering out here. It's going to be that was the busiest stretch. Should be as we keep walking west, it'll get less busy. There's an EE store, but like I said, the internet seems to be working very well. So I'm not sure I need to. It's supposed to be unlimited. Foot Locker. That's a store you don't see very often these days. Used to be a big shoe store when I was younger. There's EE. If you want my service, you go to EE. They give you the internet 4K. So yeah, I think it was just the weather that was causing the issue. McCrispy Barbecue Smokehouse. They got a lot of weird sandwiches here I've never seen before. I got the backpack I always got. That ultralight. See, there's an EE advertisement. That's the internet I got. EE. Jonathan Norris living up the name. The name Vietnam, living the life. No, I had a good time here in England. I think I made the trip too long. Like, I am kind of ready to get back to America and back home. Or I don't know, travel is kind of worse. Like, I like it, but then kind of wears you out, man. Kind of just wears you out. Like the hostel's been. I've been 8 of the last 9 nights in a hostel, and it's just kind of the city, the hostel, everything. It's a lot. The live streaming, weather, walking all day, really does a number on you. Yes.
No recording, please.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
No recording. Just wanted to buy something. I wanted to buy some, but no recording. It's the thing is, with these no recording, it's like it's always the security guy. He makes that decision whether to confront, and like 19 times out of 20, they never do. But every once in a while, you get an overzealous guy that comes up. It's like, what's the harm? A customer walks in with a camera going. What's the big deal? There's no sensitive information in you. Oh, it's just clothes. Same clothes they got all around the world. Like, what's the big deal? I don't get it. But I lost a customer. That's all I know. I lost one today. I was gonna spend £5 there. Check out some of their new offerings, free advertising for the masses, free advertising. I'm gonna need to get a seat somewhere. But surprisingly, like I said, I don't get pressed out of these stores and malls. That might have been the first time in any store or mall. I've been in banks, all over the place. Nobody's ever said anything. So it's actually pretty rare. Likewise, other countries, anybody pressing you for recording. Last time I got pressed a little bit, I think it was in India at the mall. They said, you can film, we just need a permit. You gotta go downstairs to get a permit. That's a very Indian thing. Like, you gotta go down to the counter and get a permit to film. And then in Malaysia, I was like trying to charge in this old kind of abandoned mall. Not abandoned, but parts of it there were like no shops. I was just like sitting there trying to rest for a minute and charge, and the security guard came and kicked me out. That was in Kuala Lumpur. I haven't got kicked out of any Thailand malls or anything in a long time. But it might have been once or twice that has happened recently. I don't remember every instance. There's Boots Pharmacy. Yeah, like if you want to do stuff like the Appalachian Trail, you gotta be willing to walk through this weather for not just hours, but days. Like it could be like this kind of weather for like 2 weeks straight. Can you imagine it? But you gotta take whatever nature throws at you. So you gotta have the right equipment to be prepared for it. So that's why we're out here walking instead of taking the subway. Getting used to it. We're gonna do some winter walks, I think, too. Do some winter walking. Yeah, I noticed the Boots in Thailand. I guess it's a British chain, huh? It's a pharmacy or something. I never really bought anything at Boots, rarely ever, because they're always really expensive in Thailand. And they're usually really small too, like just this little shop in the mall. But I have probably bought a few things at Boots in the past. But it's not a place I make a habit of going to. You know, some like really good Indian food would be like hit the spot right now too, but I haven't really seen that many. I thought like there's Indian food everywhere in England. I've seen very little. Like you see a restaurant here and there, but no more than you would see in any city in America or anything or anywhere else. You see more Indian restaurants in Thailand than you see here. That's very surprising lack of Indian food. I thought I was gonna be eating a lot of Indian food in England. I guess, you know, if you go to certain neighborhoods, like you go to the East End or something, that changes. But I might be going to the East End tomorrow. We'll catch the bus and head over there. The thing I noticed about London, it's like probably the same with Paris. You got people from all over the place as tourists. Like you got every country in Europe. I mean, we're talking about their tourism base. Quite a few from East Asia. And some Americans here and there too. Oh, shit. Some Americans. And then, you know, some from other countries. Like you got a lot of Arabs too. A lot of Arabs here. Especially from the richer countries like Kuwait and Dubai and Saudi Arabia.
The other three should be there.
I wouldn't mind moving on from London, but like I said, there's still some stuff I want to do and see, and maybe like I need a day off. I wouldn't mind going back to the British Museum too, exploring that some more. But see, I don't want to just travel everywhere train to train because I'll be spending too much money on trains plus hotels. Even if a hotel is cheap, like say it's $50 a night, £40. Still a lot more than a hostel in London. So, you know, like I was looking at Brighton, they got some hotels for $40, but that's like still $10 more, $12 more than my hostel. So we're trying to keep our expenses lower, I should say, lower expenses. So you actually have to get a little bit outside the core. Once you get out of the core, you see a lot of beautiful buildings like this. But right in the core, it's a lot of like it's a little bit garish and a lot of and then like some of this stuff around here. Then you really see the beautiful side of London. But Core's got a lot of office buildings and modern buildings. The River Thames is very beautiful too. The Thames River. You walk along that. There's some but I think a lot of tourists, they don't make it to like those West End neighborhoods and stuff unless they're like, that's where their hotel is, like in the case of me. But that's why you gotta, these cities, you really gotta get out and explore like this. It'd be like going to like a down American city and just seeing the downtown area. You don't want to just see the downtown area. You want to see other stuff too.
Ahora no. Ahora puede. Venga. Venga.
You say every language. I think he was saying, "Venga, come here." Every language on the streets out here. That's in Spanish. Venga in Spanish. Joe the juice. Maybe I should get some juice. Did I? Some kind of chain. I need to take. I don't know any more coffee. I'm saving, but maybe I need to sit down for a minute. Get a light drink. I don't want coffee, but I just want like some juice or something. Joe the juice. Let's make it to that pub. I do need to sit down for a minute. Rest. Mercedes side of the game. Mercedes. They're really cheap, so I just eat tangerines. Get your vitamin C. You don't need to buy juice. You get a whole bag of tangerines for £1. Hands are cold. If I didn't have these Rio gloves, it'd be really cold. Yeah, Rio gave me these gloves. Rio from Yuki. Actually, he's up from Stoke. I think he says he's from Stoke, Staffordshire or something. But somehow he was living in Cornwall. Somehow he ended up in Cornwall, in Yuki, other side of the country. Yeah, I visited the museum earlier. Spent a couple hours there, 2-3 hours. Now we're headed back to my hostel. It's a good 5-mile walk. I could have took the subway, but people wanted me to walk, so. Primark. I think this is the third one of these I've seen, like giant clothing stores or something. Primark. all ladies' clothes. Go check out the men's section. It's a massive store. It goes a whole city block. Hey, how's it going? It's the third one I've seen. I was the first guy that said hi to the camera. The Grinch that stole Christmas. Where's the men's section at here? Primark. I don't know. There's nothing I need here. Let's see, back out. Sure. Wandering here. I don't want to walk anymore. Primark is cheap clothing. Yeah, I kind of figured that. I figured it'd be like some kind of high volume place. They sell a lot of stuff. High volume, low profit. Mostly what you see is like the opposite. You see, you know, like luxury brands, things like that. They don't sell a lot, but it's high price, very high price. Primark is the opposite of that. Excuse me, sorry. I didn't mean to yell that loud. I had to sneeze. A lot of these people, they're walking, they don't look that cold. Well, it's because they just popped out of the subway. They're only walking around 5-10 minutes. They haven't been outside all day. That's why I look cold. But I'm not really that cold. I'm just a bit uncomfortable. It's between cold and uncomfortable. Hey, there's a Preda manager. I guess we'll go to Preda manager. Go get some coffee. Use the bathroom. I wasn't going to get a coffee, but I've changed my mind. Because we're still going to get that dinner later. But we got a long ways to walk. A long ways to walk. Walk and talk. I'm not getting any food here this time. I'm just going to get the coffee because break up this walk, get some warm air. Hands are pretty cold, and we can probably use the caffeine as well. We got to use the bathroom, so let's see if they, as these places don't have a bathroom. They got it closed. This place is packed. Nowhere to sit down. No bathroom either. So we came here for the bathroom and to sit down. We're getting neither of those, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna continue onward. Man, I love their sandwiches. Like I could actually go for another one of their sandwiches, but we're gonna save ourselves for a nicer dinner. Wait, didn't I just walk past? That's Primark there. I just walked past there. Oh, okay, I went in the wrong direction. Shit. There's Hyde Park. We're gonna be going there to Speaker's Corner. Speaker's Corner is just up there on Sunday. Today's Thursday. Yeah, but the problem with the department stores is you gotta go through a labyrinth. I can hold it for a while, but the department store, you gotta go through a labyrinth. They got in the very hardest place to find. They make you walk through the whole store. And I don't want to spend 20 minutes trying to find a bathroom. I could go to this hotel here. Just go to this hotel, try it out. Sneakiness, stealth. Check out this fancy hotel. You're better off doing the hotel because the bathroom is usually pretty easy to find in a hotel. But the department stores, they got kind of like buried away. Plus, they don't want the general public to be using them all the time, so they make it hard. It's called the Cumberland. Really swanky lounge here. Really nice lounge. See, it's called the Cumberland. Great location, so like a really nice place. But these big hotels are a great place to use the bathroom. They're clean. They're like easy to find. Versus, like I said, department store can be really hard to find the hotel. You have to waste a lot of time. And yeah, I mean, big ups to the Cumberland. Once in a while, like somebody. The thing is that the security guys and stuff, they don't know who's who. Like they don't know you're not a guest there. That's why it works. Like they don't want to like risk harassing a guest. So I've never been harassed. Like even I don't even really look like I should be staying there. They still like. Actually, there was a guy in the bathroom who was security. Right. He probably figured out this guy probably doesn't stay here, but they don't say anything. You know, they don't want to take that risk. So actually, it works when you're in like big mega cities. When you're in big mega cities like Bangkok, because there's always these big, fancy, expensive hotels, and they got a restroom in the lobby. So a lot of people. It's a good tip for travel. It's a well-kept secret. Hotels don't want people to know about it. I wanted to show you guys the lobby. It was really fancy. It's like pretty cool looking, but the internet cut out. The internet cuts out in some of these buildings. I've never tried that. I was just trying to use the bathroom. London actually has a really lack of public restrooms. Cornwall, there are a lot of public restrooms. There's fleet. I don't think I've seen one. But in Cornwall, I thought it was an English thing. Like, wow, they have public restrooms everywhere. I guess that was just in Cornwall. Like, they had them off on the side of the trail. They had them here or there. Had them in the town. In London, I haven't seen one public restroom. Bobby Crush says forecast rain every day for the next 2 weeks. Okay, now we're getting back by Paddington Station. We've walked through this area a few times already. Here's the Greyhound restaurant. Let's see what they got here. That's drinks. Pizza, pasta. I don't want Italian food. I like Italian food, but the way I look at it is I eat a lot of pasta at home. And I occasionally get pizza when you're moving around, so. Doesn't have. I usually don't eat Italian food while I'm traveling too much. However, sometimes I just want pasta. So, but I just feel like it's overpriced because like you get a whole box of spaghetti for 80 cents in America, at the grocery store. If it's sometimes you'll see a cheap pasta place that's like maybe $5, but sometimes it's 10, 15. It's like, and then they don't. And on top of that, what I like is the noodles. I like a lot of noodles, and they don't give you much noodles. That's why, like in Thailand, I stopped going to Italian places, Italian restaurants, because like I'd be paying like 300 baht. That's like $8. It's a lot of money for Thailand for food. I'm getting like so, but sometimes you get really good pasta that you wouldn't expect. Oh, there's a Pret a Manger. Let's go there. Let's try to go there. The other Pret a Manger was full. Pret a Manager. I also got this place. Actually, I walked by this place yesterday. Paul. The Paul store. Chocolate macaron cake. Strawberry cheesecake, 28 pounds. Not a bad price if it's a full-on cheesecake. This must be their bakery. Look at that. They got the store here. There's their bakery. I like when shops put like a window. So they're not baking now. It's later in the day, but this morning they're probably baking all kinds of stuff. They got a shop. I walked by another store doing that. And you can see, I should come here for morning for coffee. Damn, guys, should I get one of these chocolate croissants, freshly baked, with a coffee? Looks really good. I have to walk quite a ways still yet. 8 p.m. they just give them away. Yeah. That's a good pro tip. That's a level of like budget travel I haven't. That's Rio type stuff there. I mean, that's the level of hobo I haven't gotten to. Let me know like time the grocery store gets rid of their junk. Like, grocery stores, they throw away a lot of like perfectly good food. They do it at a certain time. You want to get like right when they throw it away before it's just rotting and sitting and the rats get to it and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a level of hobo-ery I haven't gotten quite to that point. Not even really a hobo. I just trying to travel cheap. I'm not trying to be a hobo. I'm just trying to save money as I travel. I'm not trying to spend a fortune. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Well, they don't have a lot of seating in there. All the seats are taken. An app for unsold food. Yeah, that sometimes these apps though, like, I mean, that might just apply to England. Like, it might be a really cool app, but it might not do you much good if you're not in England or something. It's not like a universal app, Oh, I gotta sit down. My back to Pret a Manger. This is one of those. They haven't really got any seats here. Anybody can be cheap if you don't move. But traveling and moving, because you got your your room, you got your cooking utensils. But moving is a different matter. You're moving and traveling. I spend less in America than I spend in Thailand, just because I don't move and do much. down there. Hi. Can I have a...
At the moment, we are offering the replacement for the black.
Wasn't going to get another coffee, but the fact that I walked, you know, if I took the tube, it would cost me £3, or like $4, 270 pounds. So this is like my replacement for the tube. We're walking, but I need to sit down, take a break, and some more fuel. Get out of the cold, nice too. Back's been aggravated last couple of days. I don't know what's going, maybe the bed or... Ah, man. That feels good. Yeah, big ups, go hard, dude. We're gonna rest for a little bit, and then we're gonna continue make it to the. I actually have to walk past my hostel to get to these restaurants, so we're gonna walk straight to the restaurant. They gave me an Americano. They said they didn't have filter, but they got Americano for the same price. So it's still like $1, 170 pounds. Damn phone. Yeah, Ghost Pepper. The museum was awesome. I didn't stream it. Not really something to stream. You know, something you gotta take your time and absorb it. It's like it's not a streaming thing. But I would like to go back and spend more time. I'd like to go see more stuff, but it's quite massive. It's free though. It's completely free. It's pretty amazing. Strawberry croissant looks really good. Let's try this out. This place is awesome, man. Richard, that's pretty cheap. Is that in the United States? It's cheap for us. Some guy named Mazungu left a message saying, Charlie, if you don't hold grudges, please unban Mazungu. I don't even know who he is. How he got banned or what comment. Oh, it's just a limited time special. Cheers. They got you hooked, Richard. You'll be paying the full price every day. You know, right now I'm probably around 200 pounds. I was 190 when I came back from Colombia. I wonder how it would feel to be like 170 as far as walking around all day and stuff again. I used to be like 150 in my 20s, so it was quite reasonable to get to 170. I think everything would be a lot easier. But to get to that weight, I'd probably have to do something like the Appalachian Trail or something. Because I'm not really keen on doing diets, any sort of diet. Not really not a fan of dieting. Do something hardcore, or Appalachian Trail. Hike to Glasgow with the Jack Russell sidekick. Yeah, that would be hiking anywhere with the Jack Russell would be good. I wonder if it could keep up with a human walking all day. I'm sure it could for a long time, maybe 4 hours, but could it do it all day? That's the question. DK57 says dogs are bad at long distances. They're not made for it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it wouldn't work. I didn't know that, but thanks for the information. There's a dude, he's like traveling around the world with a cat. He's like walking, and he may have a bike or something, but no, he's just walking. He's got like a cart he pulls with his food and supplies. He's been doing that for like 3 years now. He started in America, he went through Mexico, all of South America. Now I think he went through Europe, he's in Turkey. He's almost done. He just has to go through Asia. No, that guy was just a Colombian guy I met. Not the guy walking was some guy. But the cat like either rests like it'll rest on his shoulders or something, or it'll rest on the cart, or it'll just walk with him. One of the two. If it's tired, it'll rest on the cart. But he doesn't like do heavy miles. Like he'll do like maybe 6-8 miles. He's not in a rush. It's like he very slowly work his way across the world. John Paul, I don't know. I have to weigh myself, man. We need one of these in Pattaya. Bread and mango. Yeah, there's a guy that wants to drive me to Brighton. He says he can't pick me up in the center, though. He has to show me some train stations I can go to meet him. I think it kind of sounds complicated. Maybe we just meet in Brighton or something. He drives me back. He's actually been around a long time on the channel. His name is Cab Driver, but I recognize that name a long time ago. Ever watch Foresty Forest? I think he's in Canada, right? I think Camera Conspiracies mentioned him once, or Vegetable Police. I think I watched like for a minute. I didn't watch him much. He's like van life guy. Okay, guys, I'm gonna put you in a 10-second timeout. This guy in a 1-minute timeout here. All right. Brighton is in a county called Sussex, if I'm not mistaken. And the population of Sussex is 1.5 million. It's a very heavily populated place. I miss Chuck Wow sometimes. He was a really cool dude. He was fun to hang out with. Maybe I could go to Brighton on the weekend. Tomorrow is the weekend. Come back Monday with that guy, the BMW. Does Brighton have an airport? Maybe I just fly from there to Dublin from Brighton. It's a really, really good chocolate croissant. Actually, Ella, it's the first time I've seen you say that. You want me to blow you a kiss? Okay. Yeah, he did a video with Brian Jacks. Chuck Watt did. Yeah, those are awesome. I could go for another one, but I think I might just have a Snickers. I bought 4 Snickers this morning for £2. Hey, cheers, Richard. I don't want to ruin my appetite, but I got a long ways more to walk. Appetite will be won't be going anywhere. See here, I got a 4-pack of Snickers. Should be Snickers in the world. £1.85 for the Snickers. Very cheap. Wow, Bobby Crush, that's really cheap. Why are they so expensive in Thailand and so cheap here? They're expensive in America too. I don't even buy them in America. I just eat peanut butter sandwiches and stuff. My coffee. Americans used to eat a ton of candy and candy bars. That's where they all kind of came from. I mean, yeah, you got Cadbury here in England and stuff, but America was huge in that stuff. Chewing gum, any kind of candies. Like there's literally hundreds of different these kind of products that were made. They used to be big, but that's like maybe the 50s, 60s, 40s. But a lot of it's kind of died out. Americans don't eat that stuff much anymore, like they used to. Yeah, like people don't even eat chewing gum, or you don't use chewing gum much anymore. Chewing gum used to be huge, like regular use. But Americans used to be thin. Like back in the 50s and 60s, they were thinner than today. They used to eat a ton of candy, smoked cigarettes. But I don't causing people to gain weight because it's more like what really causes the weight is too much fat. So we just get too much fat in our diet. Fast food was actually just a new thing back then. It was just coming around. First McDonald's was like in the 50s. So all that stuff is these industrialized fats and stuff. Cheap calories. That's the real big culprit for diabetes and all these obesity epidemic. But when you come to big cities like New York, London, you don't see that many overweight people because they walk a lot and they don't eat a lot of junk. Junk in the sense of like palm oil and and McDonald's and that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's this actually has quite a bit of fat in it. Yeah, Snickers. It's quite a bit of fat. Jay Cut says hard to burn sugar off. Sugar is the easiest burning fuel. Straight sugar just gets processed right through your system. There's even the bodybuilders know this. Like there's a guy I watched, Sam Sulik. He's 2 million subs on YouTube. A young bodybuilder. He just blew up 8 months, 2 million subs. But after every workout, he drinks a big bottle of dextrose, which dextrose is like the simplest kind of sugar, even simpler than table sugar. And he does that because it just gets right into his cells. The insulin, he gets that insulin pump. So you guys thought I was weird for drinking sugar water. He's drinking dextrose water after every workout. And he mentions it on every video too because he explains it why it's important. Every video explains it. Yeah, I'll try the line bar sometime, yeah. Yeah, but yes, some of these, I mean, bodybuilders aren't the best source of information because for the general public, because they're just doing things to try to maximize their growth, even at the expense of their health or other things. And some of these bodybuilders, I don't know what they're going for. Like this guy, he's like 22 years old, Sam Sulik, very young, but he's already pretty huge. It's like he's already, how, if he got any bigger, he'd look like, it would look bad. You know, he's already looks too big. Like, I think there's a certain point as you get a certain size, you switch more to things like yoga, flexibility. You still do weight training. You keep the muscle you have, but maybe like athletic performance, speed, endurance, agility. You can focus on that stuff, but like they only care about like one thing: it's size and mass. Even if they already have a lot of mass, you know. Like they can switch it up, get off the steroids. You know, you're already pretty big. That's what Dorian Yates did. He's a British bodybuilder from the 90s. He's one of the greatest of all time, Dorian Yates. You guys know who that is? Now he's just all in like yoga and stuff like that. It's like he's like 60 now, or his 50s. But in the 90s, he was world champion, bodybuilder. He still lifts weights sometimes too, but he does a lot of walking, a lot of yoga. Yeah. So like, but what I'm thinking is like he's older, so it makes sense. But what about a younger guy that's already pretty big? You can switch it up, you know. Still lift weights like 2 times a week, but then like do a lot of other things. Maybe do some sports, maybe do some long distance walking or running, more cardio, you know. I think it's better for health and for your physique too, and for your body. Yeah. And I get the obsession with size. Like, yeah, Coleman's a perfect example, Randy Coleman, because he was huge before he even started competing or anything. He was already, and then he got like freaky huge, you know. Man, that chocolate croissant was delicious. Everything here is really good. I kind of want to get a sandwich for later. Maybe I should just get a sandwich for dinner and save money. 5 pounds versus 20 pounds. Save money from me having, tomorrow will be like an eating day. Yeah, Dorian Yates is a legend. He was multiple Mr. Olympia winner. He even has his own exercise named after him, the Yates Row. One thing I definitely wouldn't do if I was a younger guy, because I wouldn't get on steroids unless I just don't see the point. Oh, the reason I came to London was to save money. Ironically, I have been saving. My expenses have been down. Stay in a hostel. But I wanted to come here anyways. But Johnsky says he's on roids, best decision of his life. Why? Go more into detail, Johnsky. Tell us why. That's true, Tim. He actually died in Pattaya. Johnsky is pro steroids, anti vasectomy. He says. I think we'll leave London around Monday. Yeah, Monday we'll leave. So, got till here till Monday. Yeah, I mean, Schwarzenegger's still kicking. He's in his mid-70s. He's still pretty healthy. He was on steroids. But they were on, back then, the 70s and stuff, they were on, I believe, more simplistic. Like, they're just going crazy with, there's many different types of steroids. There's Tremball and all this stuff. So, like, these guys just don't care. They're taking everything. And it's just regardless of the consequences. Like, Schwarzenegger should publish exactly what he was taking, because he actually lived to a long, healthy life. So if he, but I don't know why he wouldn't do that, because he could save a lot of lives. Like, a lot of people, oh, we're not going to mess with that stuff. If it's good enough for Arnold, it was good enough for me. Not going to mess with anything else. We're just going to take what Arnold took. But people, I think it's a combination that they don't know. They're just trying to get big and they want to take anything they get their hands on. They're getting bad quality products. And three, because there's the legality is a problem. Steroids are illegal in a lot of places. In America, I think they are, but people take them anyways. They find them, they get a lot of bad stuff. So Arnold should just publish exactly what he took, his routine. Because probably the stuff he was taking was a lot more benign than some of the stuff they're taking nowadays. Can't see the. Yeah, I don't even think with Arnold it's a matter of admitting to it, because I think he's admitted to it. It's no secret. All those guys took roids back then. They still do. Actually have a separate natural Mr. Olympia. But I think it's kind of like a joke, because it's like the all naturals, like they look like anorexic. So I don't know what that's all about. Bizarre. Like, it's also bizarre the way they go in the tanning bed. that all about? Yeah, but Franco was pretty old. Franco was also great. Franco was super strong. He was incredibly strong. Oh, that's true, Sunset. Yeah, he did have some. True. Yeah, Ronnie Coleman, that was because of all the, he was squatting and deadlifting too heavy of weights. Eventually his back snapped. He couldn't even walk for a while. But I think he's maybe walking a little bit now. The problem I have with roids too is like they seem to deflate. Like you look at like a guy like, well, I mean they all did. Arnold did, but it's but you look at a guy like Van Damme. You know, in his 20s, he was like, you know, like pretty big muscles and pretty. But now he just looks like a normal guy, thin. It's like, so once they get off the roids, they like deflate. You know, it's like, but I think a guy who's natty and just keeps working out as far as routine, not only will he maintain muscle, he might even keep gaining muscle and strength throughout his old age. I mean, yeah, he might still be strong and athletic, but he just looks like a normal guy. You know, that's a lot of the guys do that. Like Yates is still pretty big, but I guess maybe it takes time to, you know, because like I don't know, something seems to happen, something weird. Yeah, just don't go against nature. You know, just do it naturally. I've been doing it on and off for 3 years, but I'm just getting going. So it's really like a lifestyle. You just have to incorporate in your life when you do it. So I'll probably be at my peak if I keep it up like around 50 physical peak. Because I'm learning more and but because I didn't do good in my 20s, 30s. I didn't do anything. So, like physical, I just wasn't concerned with physical stuff. I was concerned with business, with travel, making money, which I didn't do a very good job at. Intellectual pursuits, you know, things like that. I had no interest in anything physical. Drinking, you know, drinking was another thing. Partying. So I'm starting real late. But when I get back home, I got to start working on my chest because my shoulders and stuff are really outpacing. So I got to really focus on my chest and my back. Those are the two main things. So keep working on the back and work on the chest. Chest needs a lot of work. I do like push-ups, incline dumbbell raises. What else can we do? Do this thing. I forgot what it's called. I've neglected chest. Like I never do push-ups. I used to do some bench pressing, but I stopped. Chest really needs some work. It'll kind of start to fill out. And the arms need some work too, biceps. Biceps. But now it's starting to show. It's like, it looks kind of weird now. Yeah, I still need to work on pull-ups. I'm still working on that. All right, let's go walk around. Feeling pretty good with that coffee and sugar. My legs, I've just been doing, like, I'll just do some body weight squats, calf raises. I do my like my yoga one-legged thing. That's actually pretty good. Works some different muscles. I stand on one leg and I bring my leg up and back. I do some front raise with my legs. I don't do anything fancy with legs. These are just home workouts. I don't have a gym to go to, so I just do home stuff. Yeah, lunges are good too. I should do more of those. I don't like doing them, but I should do more. Yeah, Rio gave this to me. Hey, David. Yeah, big ups, David. Thank you very much. Because of that, I have a good appetite despite the chocolate stuff I ate, so I'm gonna go a nice meal. Thank you, David. I'm gonna take you guys with you a nice meal tonight. It's either an Austrian restaurant or the pub. One of the two. I gotta walk. I'm gonna walk there, so we got a good long walk ahead of us. I got an appetite now. I can eat a big meal now, but I'll be having more of an appetite by the time I get there. Walking in the cold really stimulates your metabolism. Like when you walk in the heat, you just want like juice, like coconuts, fruit. You don't want to eat like anything heavy. But when you're walking in the cold, it really stimulates your appetite. That's why I drank that 2 liters of orange juice that one time, because it was really hot that day. I wanted food, but I was like kind of hungry. I just drank 2 liters of orange juice. When you're walking in the cold, your body's constantly trying to heat itself up, so it's expending energy. Plus you're walking, so oh man, it's cold. But yeah, I'll have a great appetite by the time I get there. Thank you, David. Are thugs following me? I hope not. It countered some of London's best thugs yesterday. I think you don't get a lot of that in the central part of London. It's just too many. There's too many tourists. Nobody hassles you in the central part of London. It's like, but when you get to some just kind of the other neighborhoods, yeah, like anything kind of goes. But I mean, that was only one incident. Maybe it was just really like I don't know. They're just, yeah, who knows. Oh man, it's freaking cold, dude. It's cold. Guys got one hell of a library. People, they got their windows. You can see it in their house and stuff. You can walk in the streets, no blinds. Very I'm not. I'm just. It's open to the public. I'm just walking. I just taking a look. The lights are on. The windows are open. Just walk as I'm walking by. I'm not trying to peer. I'm just taking a glance. I'm not trying to peer. Stand outside the window for like 2 minutes. Just glancing as I'm walking by. I don't think they mind. Otherwise, they wouldn't have the blinds open, the curtains, you know. See how the English live. Here's another one. It's open. Yeah, it's somebody's house. Nice room there. Got some art on the wall. Here's another one. What's a palm? What does that mean? Oh yeah. Yeah, I've seen a lot of like beautiful, really beautiful ladies. A lot of the English ladies are actually really, really beautiful. When you, I didn't know that, but I kind of saw I saw some YouTube videos of nightlife, and then I caught here. Yeah, it's like, of course, there's also beautiful ladies of other races here too, because it's a multi-ethnic city. But I'm just speaking just about the English. Like I said, you don't see that many overweight people here, and it's just New York's like that too. You don't see that many overweight. There's yeah, there might be a lot of loads of overweight in the UK, but London, you don't see that many. Central London, maybe you go out in the suburbs, you know, but in the council projects, things like that. But there were a lot of overweight in Cornwall. Sure, yeah, a lot of overweight people there, but yeah, not in London. But you see, these kind of residential neighborhoods, they go on for just miles and miles. So there's, but it's all really high dollar real estate. Yeah, the McMahon says there's many hot babes, no doubt, man. I mean, it's almost like some of the white women are exotic now. Really, it's like damn, she looks like she's like we've been so like multiculturalized, especially those of us that travel. You know, seeing a Thai woman is not exotic to us because we've seen a million of them. But like seeing a beautiful white woman, wow, that's English women. They're like the exotic ones now, and they're all over London. I mean, that's just us, you know. Like if you're a guy that lives in London, they wouldn't be exotic. But to me, who's lived all over the world, and they're very beautiful, very exotic. Speaking of which, one just walked past me. Probably heard my whole conversation here. I didn't know. Sometimes you don't know who's walking behind you. Very quiet footsteps. A lot of them are just blondes, but they got like really nice features in their face and stuff, and really nice eyes. You know, I've seen a lot of ladies this since I've been in London. That's really one of the highlights of being in London. I've seen a lot of ladies. There's one lady I saw. I was walking somewhere in Paddington. She was like, I wanted to wife her up, wife material, but it's like. It's just something about her. It's not like she's the most beautiful or anything, but she's like maybe 30, blonde. But she just has something about her, you know. What it is. She was walking past me. I mean, you don't have to get with any of them. Just you can admire them. You can admire their beauty. You don't have to. You don't have to. I'm a guy who's. First of all, I don't know the dating culture out here, how it works, and I'm living in a hostel right now, so I'll be gone soon. So it's not really gonna work out for me. But if I lived here, yeah, I would be doing something. Probably just going to nightlife stuff. The thing is with these big cities too, you have like a lot of like secretaries and just people. There's just a lot of office jobs and stuff. So like there's a large cadre of single women in their 20s and 30s who are available for dating. New York's the same way. They can really be really good to meet a woman. But you sort of have to be living here and have a life and a job and stuff, an apartment. You have to be, if you can meet all that criteria. The good thing about here is you don't need a car, and that's not going to be, if you don't have a car, that's not going to be held against you like it would be most of America or most of England. You're not expected to have a car, so yeah, the big city life can be good and can be a good place to find a mate or a wife, but there's a lot of graduate students, things like that. So there's, but you sort of got to be on the ball with things. You got to be on the ball yourself for that to work. Single man side of the game. Yeah, maybe we have to. I'm waking up a little later. Maybe I have to stay up a little later, checking the nightlife. The thing is, like my clothes, I don't know, just my haircut. Actually, my hair looks pretty good. You know, my beard and hair now, because those haircuts I got, I look pretty good there. But I just don't have the clothes. Nor do I have a hotel room, even if I got real lucky. If I hit it out of the park and got lucky, I'd have to like spring for a $200 hotel. That would be good. I can't afford that, even if I wanted to. I mean, I probably like would, just because the chances of me getting lucky are so, you know, out here. It's not likely, but if I did, I'd probably have to pay that hotel room, you know. It's like that'd be a big hit. $200, a lot of money for me right now. I'm talking about the price of the hotel room. You know. Like I said, I met a woman in a bar and she was ready to go. It's not likely, I'm saying, but if that did happen. I don't even go out at night anymore because I don't drink. So if you don't go out, that's half the battle right there. You got to be in the right places at the right time. If you don't go out, you're not going to ever get lucky. That's what a lot of guys don't realize. But half the battle is just being in those places where, you know, there's people mingling and having fun and drinking and hanging out. Usually that's late at night somewhere, you know, midnight. Where am I at now? I think I'm back on half the battle is showing up. Dean Martin made a career pretending to be drunk. Yeah, I don't much now, but I did back in the day. So, speaking from experience, I'm not really trying now. You know, there's a difference. You actually gotta be able to trying. You gotta be trying, and like I said, you gotta show up. But I used to have to drink to get into those situations. Like that was why I started drinking. So if I was to get back into the nightlife groove, I would have to. I think I could do it now more than I could, say 4 years ago. A lot more. I'm not 100% there yet. Not 100% there in the confidence and things like that, to where I can just go into nightlife places, be natural and enjoy myself, be sociable without zero drinks. I mean, I can do it a little bit, but I'm not there yet. OG says Dean Martin was drunk. You talking about Dean Martin? I don't know much about Dean Martin. I think it's something to do with Frank Sinatra. He's a famous actor or something. Joe says no, he was drinking apple juice. I don't know much about Dean Martin. I don't know anything about it. I heard the name before, but I can't tell you guys there that was. Dog was running says, get out of the city, go back to camping. I don't have the right equipment. Royal Lancaster. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like the camping. Camping stream so much. Camping and hiking. I'm actually really surprised that works as a live stream. Like nobody was really tried camping, hiking, like type of streaming, you know. But like people should now. Like if a YouTuber's watching, trying to figure out what to do, become a hiking streaming camper, hiking camping streamer. I didn't think it would. I just did it because I was bored. I had nothing else to do. You know, like I was stuck in Ohio in the pandemic. But it turned out it was a big hit. That's the thing. You don't know what people is going to be entertained by. Like that's why you got to try different stuff. Because like you would think people would like streaming in London or New York more, but they actually like me camping in the middle of nowhere, hiking. You know, walking around middle of nowhere more. Not everybody, but it seems like a lot of the audience does. Okay, we're actually getting pretty close. Yeah, the cities aren't good without nightlife. Like, you got to kind of have the nightlife. Cities drinking, and they're not. I mean, I like it. I like being, this experience and seeing London for the first time. But for you guys, maybe the content's not that good without the drinking and nightlife. Same when I was in Pattaya. My Pattaya drinking streams, everybody loved. They're getting almost 1,000 in the chat sometimes. But when I was just sober and drinking coffee, walking around, it was like 200 in the chat. Just a big difference. Why is the world ending? The world's ending? Yeah, it's actually really dark, but the phone, you can still see this church. This phone. Not much light there. Okay, we're getting closer to the restaurants. It's either the Austrian Thai roller restaurant or a really nice pub. It's got some really nice food. English food. I don't even know what is Austrian food. Just schnitzel? What do they have there? I didn't look at the menu. I like Central European food in general. Like I like Czech food, Hungarian food, Polish food. Austrian's probably something similar. Just sausage. That's it. that's Austrian food. Uter's Life says, CC, thank you for effort to make good vlogs for us. 8 years. Well, Austria is German. They're German people. It's just a different name for the country. They speak German. Like so all those German countries used to be different countries. There's Bavaria, there was this, there's that. Austria was just another German country. So I guess it's just like German food. But, Austria does have a little bit of its own culture and traditions, so it might have something else. But yeah, they're basically just Germans. They used to have an empire of their own, the Habsburgs, Austrian Empire. They ruled over Hungary and the Czechoslovakia, part of Poland. They were in competition to basically to form. I'm not going to go huge history lesson here, but like Germany didn't exist as a nation until the 1860s. And it was a big competition between Prussia, who were like kind of the militaristic in the north, and Austria to form a united Germany. Everything was going that way. But Prussia was like so strong in the military, they just kicked Austria's ass a few times in war and settled that argument. They united Russia. Austria remained a separate country. They united Germany. Austria just remained a separate country. Austria was never that good in war. They were more like diplomacy. They were really good in that's how they formed the country, with diplomacy. Royal marriages, things like that. But the Prussians were very militaristic and very good in fighting army. I'm in the West End right now. I think we're close to Paddington Station, so we gotta walk past Paddington Station. I think we already walked past it. Oh, look at this. Those back alleys, they're called mews. They're called mews, like M-U-E. What it is, it's like it seems like there's like row houses. It's like a back, so you got like the nicer, bigger buildings on the street, and inside, that's where they used to keep the horses and stuff, the stables, and then there's also row houses off of it. So that they used to keep the horses in there and stuff, and whatever else. Yeah, they're called mews. Kelly says he's very impressed with London. I am too, man. It's a great city. Yeah. The servants lived in the mews, or like the working people, in the inside of the alley, and the richer people lived in the outer buildings. Guys, the pub I was thinking about going to is called the Ladbroke Arms. Ladbroke Arms. It's like they got really good food. It's just either that or the Thai Roller. That's the Austrian restaurant. It'd be one of the two. Press for 1 to go to Ladbroke Arms, English food. 2 to go to the Thai Roller, Austrian restaurant. They're both in my neighborhood. Everybody's saying the English place. One, two. Well, where Jack the Ripper was, it was different. This is the West End. This was where the wealthy lived. In the East End, it was like slums. So everything was a back alley. And that's where Jack the Ripper was. Everything was like, that was the docks, and it was all just like a dead slum. This was more like, it was wide open. They had carriages going up and down the street. This was a little more well-to-do during those times. But the East End was where all the working people in the industry was, and the shipyards and the shipping. And the center was where the finances, you know, the downtown. So. Center was where everything met. See, but in the rich part, they had squares and trees, and you know, the alleyways were just where some of the servants lived and stuff, and the horses, you know, and the row houses. But even the row houses were pretty nice in the Mews. Like those sell for a lot of money nowadays. So, not as much as the terrace houses, but they still sell for a lot. Well, of course, yeah, they got nice little parks and squares, but in the East, they didn't have any of that in the East End before it was all blown to smithereens by the Nazis. It was just alleyways and, you know, tenements on alleyways, like the Lower East Side of New York. No trees, no squares. So you guys voted for the Ladbroke Arms to go eat. That's actually I was leaning with too, but I would like to try that Austrian restaurant. The only reason I know about it was somebody in the chat recommended it this morning. And it was only 0.2 miles from where I was having coffee. So I bookmarked it. Maybe we'll walk by, because I actually have to walk by on the way to the other place. So we'll see what the menu is. And we'll look at that. But it looks really enticing. Yeah, it's probably just like cabbage, sausage, and potatoes or something. Oh, shit. So in that case, I'll just go for because the other place, the English place, has some nice stuff on the menu. Some really nice things on the menu. Or we want to go for a fancier meal. Yeah, that's true. Arnold was Austrian. He's from a small town, and he wanted to get the hell out of there because he wanted to be in the big city. That's what he said. He took up weightlifting as a way to, you know, he didn't want anything to do with Austria. He wanted to get out of there. I think his dad was a policeman or something, but he had big ambitions, bright lights, big ambitions. He said he didn't want to be a farmer, you know, live in a farm in Austria or something. And yeah, he achieved that. Marx was German. He was a German Jew. And Engels was, I think he was English, right? Yeah, Marx was German, from Germany. I don't think Marx was really a bad guy. He was just theory, writing his theories. It was really some of the people later that came along that used his, philosophy to use it for evil. Marx wasn't a bad guy. He was just wrong, but he wasn't, he was just a economist, philosopher. He had There were a lot of economists back then. There were different theories, and the 18th and 19th century in both France, England, and Germany was rife with academics writing all kinds of stuff. He just, I guess, some people seized on his as a means to. That was the most potential to most evil. So, like, the other philosophies didn't really So when he was writing it in good spirit, good intentions. Society could be better if it was spread around more, and the state just manufactured stuff and everybody got free stuff and they worked for it. Not free, but everybody worked together. Basically, the idea is everybody worked together, cooperate. Obviously, it's a lot more complicated than that, in which he spelled it out, but the bad people seized upon that because that's gives us total control. His philosophy gives us total control. And that's what it did. That's what they did with Stalin. And they had total control over everything. Or some of the other philosophies and economic systems weren't so attractive. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of people that believe in it today, even after all the failure and all the famines and all the failed, the North Koreas, the Ethiopias. Ethiopia's not Marxist now, but they were at the time. That's when they were having famines back in the 70s and stuff, and 80s. All the Cubas and there's still people that think it's a good system. Powerful people too, trying to force on the rest of us. Problem is, it gained a lot of strength in the universities. Even guys like Pol Pot and the guy Ho Chi Minh, they were educated in Paris, like the best university, and then they turn out to be the worst. So the universities really caused them, and they still are. They're still causing that. I will be coming to Manchester this trip. This trip's winding down, so I might visit one or two more cities in the UK, and then off to Ireland. Stalin was a thug when he was younger. He was just a brutal thug. Killed people when he was younger, before he even got into politics and stuff. Yeah, he was just a ruthless thug, and he rose to the top of that system because there were guys like Lenin and Trotsky. Trotsky was an intellectual. He wasn't, and he was actually Trotsky for the leader at the time. But Trotsky had to run for his life to Mexico, and they still found him and killed him there, an assassin. And he was just a communist. So it's not like he didn't go along with their plans, but he wasn't. He was a competitor to Stalin. So yeah, they had to kill him. They tracked him down in Mexico City, where he was living. They still visit Trotsky's house today. But if Trotsky had been the president of the Soviet Union, maybe been a little more moderate, still wouldn't have really worked economically, but might not have been all the gulags and as brutal as Stalin was. But they also probably would have lost World War II. Actually, that total control actually made Stalin a force to be reckoned with in World War II. Mobilized the entire country at a huge cost of dead people, in Russia. But they did end up winning the war. If they hadn't, they might have, the whole country might have been wiped out. The Germans were like writing they were going to wipe out the whole country. Like the Jews, which was just a prelude to what they're going to do to the rest of the Soviet Union. They're going to kill everybody. That's how crazy and insane they were. That was just a test run for them. If they conquered Russia, they were going to take out all of them. It was all going to be all land for the Germans. That was their plan. Thank God that didn't happen. I don't think America and England and the world will let that happen, but if they would have controlled all of Europe and the exception of England and Russia, maybe it would have been hard to stop them at that point. So they were fighting for their survival in life. Stalin was, and all the Russians were. That's not true, Bobby Crush. You're just, they were both bad, but I think one was even worse than the other. It's like, yeah, that's something fascists like to say. And anyways, the Soviet Union became a lot more moderate after World War II. They became a lot more. Really, the bad period was in the 30s and stuff. And they were doing all the horrendous things. Late the 20s and 30s. We're having battery issues here. Oh man, I'm out of battery. Shit. Oh, this power bank's not functioning. I didn't have the power banks fully charged today. It was my mistake. Might have to start a new stream and try to charge at the restaurant. Appears I don't got any battery, guys, or this power bank's not working. I'm down at 13% on the phone. Well, I guess I'm going to have to close the stream. Maybe I could charge in the restaurant. They got a charger. I have to close the stream until I get to the restaurant. All right, guys, I'll see you probably in 20 minutes. Hopefully they got a charger. My power banks are both dead. I forgot to, I didn't charge them fully last night. That's my mistake. All right, I'll see you guys in 20 minutes, maybe, hopefully. If not tomorrow, probably tomorrow. All right, see you guys. Cheers. Peace out. Thanks for the